Welcome to the Superintendent Licensure Program overview. We're going to be talking here for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll open it up to questions for you. We want to provide you with a really good overview of what our program is. We want to tell you a little bit about our instructors, and then we want to share with you what next steps would be if you'd like to be part of the Superintendent Licensure Program. And I'd like to say welcome to the folks that were part of our licensure program before. We're excited to have you here again for potential joining us for the Superintendent Licensure. And just so you know, to please ask questions throughout as I'm speaking. So feel free to interrupt or put it in the chat if you'd prefer to do that. And we'll make this an informal discussion that way. So today we're welcoming you. It's Dr. Joanne Goodell and myself. Dr. Goodell is the Director of the School of Education and Counseling, and I'm with the Center for Ed Leadership. And so we'll be providing the information today for you. And to get started, we want to let you know that this program has been redesigned recently in the last couple of years. And we've been making improvements over the last year based on our first cohort. And it is truly designed as a program to prepare our school leaders for the future, the challenging times that we're in. So please know that this is something that it's very visionary. And we really have designed it with the thought of preparing people to lead with authority and compassion as superintendents and administrators. The other thing I should mention to start with is there may be a lot of information on the slides as we go along. I probably won't mention everything on the slides, but they're there for you to take a look at. And then if you're interested in receiving these slides after we talk today, we can send them to you. So let us know in the chat if you'd like to get a copy of the slides so you can have them as a resource and go back to if you have any questions. So in the redesign that we did, we worked with Dr. Rosemary Gornick to do the design. She's our curriculum expert. And this is what she has to say about the program. The program is now aligned with the National Education Leadership Preparation Standards. These are the newest standards, the NELP standards. And it truly blends research, strategy, and authentic applied leadership practice so that people are prepared to lead in schools with clarity, purpose, and impact. Because we know it's really challenging times right now out there. So it's really important to have this structure behind it and this basis, these standards. So that's what our curriculum expert has to say. Moving on to give you sort of an overview of the highlights of the program. Our program is a fast track 100% online program. So it's one of a kind and it's nationally accredited, as we said. And it's delivered by school practitioners who are currently working in schools or as consultants. So they are very deep in what's happening in today's world in the schools. So they're able to really, provide you with a relevant curriculum that is the latest, dealing with the latest issues. And it's also designed in a cohort model so that you're going through the program with a group of other folks. And we've done that in our center for many years, had this cohort model, because it really enhances your network. You're working together with a group of folks going through it, and it helps to ensure program completion as well. So we really encourage you to stay with your cohort and go through it together. And we've learned that over the years, people, get to know their classmates. They sometimes meet. You think so, Naisha? Yeah.
Yes, because the students that I was in class with for my principal's license, we're still friends, all of us.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Was it 2023 that you did?
Yes, 2023. Yeah. We're a really, really close group of people. We got to know each other. There's a lot of people from Akron on there. And we have a group meet and we stay in contact with each other.
Wow, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, so you can tell that, the cohort model really is a great model for this program. So here are some more intimate details about the program. It is just 5 courses that are offered over 3 semesters. And the classes are offered, they happen once a month on Saturdays, and they're 2.5 hours over Zoom. So it's truly designed for the busy educational professional. somebody who's, got a busy work week and you can do it on Saturdays for 2.5 hours, you have your class, and then you can move on with your day. And between that, you do your asynchronous work between your sessions. And our instructors are terrific about providing you with regular emails ahead of classes so you know what's coming up. It sort of enhances your syllabus. And then they are very good about providing you with feedback as well throughout the program. They're in contact very regularly. And we use the Blackboard platform, as I'm sure many of you are familiar with. And it's very user-friendly and easy to use. I guess that's the same thing. We also, throughout the program, there will be discussion threads, written papers, mock interviews, things that are providing you with meaningful real-life experiences as a superintendent. You'll have major projects, you'll have minor projects, and they provide insights to help you apply what you're learning as you go along. The real district situations and things that leadership will be dealing with, the challenges, and will help you work through the decision-making process on these things. And then you'll also have field hours with the guidance of a mentor. And I don't know if Dr. Goodell, if you wanted to embellish on that at all or talk about any of the...
The field hours you do with a mentor of your choice, usually your own superintendent in your own school district. And we are going to be more proactive about working directly with the mentors as well as the mentees, that would be you, the students in the program, to make sure that we have clear communication about what the requirements are and what the expectations are on all sides. So there will be more contact between the program and the mentors going forward, and the triad really. So although there won't be actual supervisory visits for the superintendent program, there will be more communication. So that, I think, is going to strengthen the program. And the field experience and the practical part of the program is one of its biggest features. So you start in the fall semester with a 2-credit practicum, and then you continue in the spring semester with the second part of that practicum. Currently, the superintendent who is teaching that has been with CSU in various forms as a student and as a faculty member, part-time faculty member for many years, so very well known to us all at CSU. And he supervises and works with the candidates in those Zoom meetings on Saturdays to plan and implement the sort of culminating project for the experience, for the field experience. So we did get good feedback from our first cohort about the timing of that practicum. And so we really very thoughtfully, I think, put together both the coursework and the experiences in the field so that they are spread out over the semester and you're not rushing to do something at the very last minute, or trying to fit it into the end of the semester when everyone's so busy. So I think you would find that the plan of the program has really got you in mind, because the people who are teaching it, as Adrienne mentioned, are practicing or recently practicing superintendents.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, this is the program of study we wanted to share with you so you can get a really good overview of what you're taking in the fall, the spring, and the summer semesters, and how long each class is. So that's your program of study. And we talked a little bit there about field hours. In ADM 811, which is the school superintendency, it's the big overview class that really provides you the deep insight. And it's taught by Eric Gordon, the former CEO of Cleveland Metropolitan School District. So in 811, you have 100 field hours. And then in 880, which is your internship, and it's offered over 2 semesters, 2 credit hours each, you do 200 field hours in that class, those 2. And your minor field hours will involve shadowing, sitting in on committees, doing some research, and sort of generally gaining familiarity with the topic that you're studying. And then your more major field hours will involve developing and actually implementing an initiative. And it'll be at a more supervisory level. So they really delved into looking at, how the field hours work. And of course, you build up to the more major field hours as you go through the program. So you want to make sure you know well ahead of time what your hours will be there. And here is our distinguished faculty. It's Eric Gordon, as I said, does 811. And then Dr. Kate Anderson Foley, she does the special ed law class. She's been with us for a long time too. We're really excited to have Dr. Donald Dolly doing the internship. He just recently joined us and is excited to be with us and is doing an amazing job. And then Dr. Michael Schoaf does the business and facilities class, and he was the recent superintendent for Rocky River Schools. And one thing I can say about our instructors, they have all been really intimately involved in creating the curriculum with our curriculum specialist. Like they work hand in hand with our curriculum specialist and with us to make sure that, the curriculum is really providing the most timely information, the most timely learning. And then they're constantly, looking to see how they can enhance it and have, the most recent information out there. So there's a really close-knit group of folks who work together to make this a great program. And this is some of the feedback we wanted to share with you that we've gotten from our class surveys. There are class surveys asked of folks. Every couple classes, there'll be one on the Blackboard for you to fill out, just a brief survey. And this is just some of the commentary that we received. Thank you for great learning this semester. Someone learned a great deal from Mr. Gordon, and it's been a great experience. And then one person had said that it was some of the best feedback she's ever gotten in any of her courses. And then another person, I thought this was really nice. Of course, it was very well put together and presented with fidelity. Each class meeting was enriching, as well as each activity. And then someone toward the end of the program said, I had a second interview for a position. And she said it, because of the program, really helped her organize her thoughts. And she was able to draw upon the equity audit. I don't know, Dr. Goodell, would you want to mention anything about the equity audit? I know that's something you talk about a lot.
That's a big part of the course with Kate Anderson Foley. And so she's developed a whole protocol around how to conduct an equity audit in a district. And that is what you are doing in that class. And that really does form the kind of basis of your project and the exit requirement for the entire program. So it's a really important part of the program altogether. And Dr. Kate Anderson Foley facilitates that. Everyone has nothing but extreme praise for that activity. So we're very fortunate to have her as part of that.
We wanted to share with you just some of the thoughts from our instructors as well. Just because, like I said, they're so integrally involved in the curriculum and making constant improvements and working together. So some of the things they say about teaching it, well, Dr. Schoaf was talking about how he's so proud to be part of it. I'm sure you can read it there. He just talks about how, he's helping to teach the candidates to think strategically and to connect on every topic, to have authentic leadership experiences so that folks are truly ready to lead systems once they complete the program. So that was Dr. Schoaf. And then Dr. Dolly, he talks a lot about leading with integrity. When I talk with him, he really is just a person who really, in today's challenging times, really focuses in a lot on helping students to build their confidence, to sharpen their skills, and to lead with integrity. So I always enjoyed talking to him. And then just also important, what I know people are always asking when I talk with them about our program, they say, well, so what can you do, once you've received, you finish this program, I should say, you have that, program so you can become a superintendent. What else can you do? Of course, you can become a school superintendent. Some folks are assistant superintendents. become directors of curriculum and instruction. They're policymakers, researchers, consultants, really anything in the school admin realm. So it really offers a lot of opportunity, having completed this program. I don't know if you'd want to share any more detail there, Dr. Goodell, about potential.
I'm sorry, my my husband was interrupting me, so I didn't hear your question.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know if there's anything else you'd want to talk about in terms of what our graduates are doing upon graduation, upon finishing the program.
No, I haven't heard back from the most recent group of graduates. So the one of the last comment that you put up there, I know that they have been applying for positions. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and
We've
see.
certainly got many CSU many CSU graduates of our programs around the greater Cleveland area and elsewhere as superintendents. So
yeah, that's
continuing a great reputation, but I think even better than before. I'm really excited about the new design of the program.
Yeah, me too. It's just making me think, one of the questions that came through from one of the folks who signed up for this, excuse me, they had asked if our program is transferable to other states. And I just wanted to let you know that Ohio is part of the interstate agreement, so that if you do complete the program here in Ohio, it is recognized in other states. You'd have to make sure that you completed whatever state requirements there are in whatever state you might move to or be in. But you can certainly, with this program, it's definitely accepted throughout the country. So I wanted to answer that question.
Well, that also means the fact that we realigned the program to the NELP standards. I think that's a really important selling point as well, because some of the in past years it was aligned to a different set of standards. So the NELP standards are more encompassing and much deeper in some areas. So and those are national standards. So Ohio's program is aligned to that.
Right. So folks who are interested, of course, want to know what is next. What do you do? So of course, there's the application online. It's pretty easy. And then you provide all your transcripts from the past. And we don't have, letters of recommendation. There's no need for that, or writing a long essay or anything like that. So it's truly the application and providing your transcripts. So with all of that, then typically acceptance happens within a couple weeks once all of your documentation is in. And truly, once you've been accepted, then we typically reach out to you from the Center for Ed Leadership and provide you with a welcome message that gives you your specific class information, sends you a handbook so that you can read and really understand what our policies are. Many of you may know that. And then you're welcome to enroll in your classes at that point. At that point, you'll also be talking about field hours and your advisor, filling out a form to do that, and then getting familiar with your syllabus and the Blackboard, and working back and forth with your instructor. They typically reach out within a week to, before a week to 10 days before the class starts, so that you can hit the ground running, having looked at your syllabus and everything. And then the fall semester, if you're starting this year, begins August 29th is the first class for the superintendent program, Saturday the 29th. So the application process is pretty easy there. And what we want you to know, just as an overview, that the program, again, it's very real world. It is rigorous, but it's very realistic. It's very real, real-time information, what's really happening out there. And we are truly invested in your success and preparing you for the job. Your instructors are available for you. They provide office hours. And us here at CSU, we are also available to you. We have our Center for Educational Leadership email, and we're constantly monitoring it, answering questions, helping throughout the process if there are questions. And you will grow. I mean, we talk to candidates and we ask them to commit themselves to the program, because it's rigorous, but it's real world, and it's really going to prepare you for that next level job that you're looking for as an administrator. So sometimes this comes up. I don't know if any of you have the question about what the requirements are of becoming a school superintendent, but we wanted to provide this information just in case. Of course, you have to have a master's degree, complete, the superintendent licensure program that's accredited. And of course, you have to have at least 3 years of experience as a principal or admin specialist with the respective license. And just as you had to do with becoming a principal or a teacher, or a principal, I should say, you had to pass the OAE Ed Leadership exam. And I'm sure all of you have passed that already if you've done the teaching, but that's on the list of requirements. And then, of course, pass the criminal background check with the BCI and the FBI. This is straight from the Department of Education website.